The cop that killed our brother in New York, Eric Gardner, has lost his job now. The city of New York fired him because he used an illegal chokehold. And the chokehold was against policy. They had not been taught that, and they were taught not to do that. But that's not justice, just firing him. Because he's now suing to get his job back, and he can still go be a police officer somewhere else. And when you listen to Mayor de Blasio speak about him being fired, he was trying to con black people, the mayor, as though he's really on our side, that he's fighting for justice for Eric Gardner. Justice would be prosecuting that officer for an illegal chokehold that caused a man to lose his life, all because he was on the corner selling a small product that was not even illegal. It was wrong, and that's not justice.
Well, what he was doing is he was selling single cigarettes, and that's a violation of some nonsense tax code. But the real issue here is that when he didn't comply, this officer Pantaleo used a chokehold, period. He said he didn't, but he absolutely did. It's on the video, and that chokehold got him fired. There was some problem, and it's easy to get caught up in Twitter and everything, but when they did the autopsy, there was not sufficient evidence to establish the chokehold caused his death. He had a cardiac arrest. He had a number of health issues. It was the Obama Justice Department that passed initially on bringing charges, and then the statute of limitations just run. So the Justice Department under Trump said they're not going to pursue charges either. I think you have to look at things in detail. You can't make assumptions. I think it's a good thing he got fired, but why is his firing not enough? His career's over. What do you want him in jail?
Listen to me. He choked this man, and this man had a heart attack from being choked and lost his life.
You can say that, but that's not what the doctors
said. All because he was selling some Lucy cigarettes that he wasn't paying taxes on.
Exactly. But guess what, shouldn't be enforcing that nonsense.
Wait. If the cops going to choke people to death for not paying taxes, don't start in Harlem on the corners of New York. Go to Wall Street and do some real choking. Because all them ain't paying no damn taxes. So how many fat cats will be choked if not paying taxes?
So the police. Mr. Gardner refused to comply. He said he wasn't going to jail. It resulted in a tussle, and the chokehold was illegal, and it could have contributed to his death. The doctors couldn't determine. The man should be fired. I'm glad he's fired. But de Blasio's married to an African-American woman. He has African-American children, and you're knocking. I'm not a fan of de Blasio's, but you're sitting here knocking him and saying he's not worried about it. He's got black people in his family.
Let me say this
Why
to
do you always have to reduce everything
Let me say this to you. Do you realize that Thomas Jefferson was a slave owner, and he had children by a black woman? By a black woman.
That's what you're saying about de Blasio's wife. That's disgusting.
Enslaved his own kids. Just because you sleep with a black woman don't mean you like black people.
White men can't marry black women?
White men have a history of sleeping with black women and hating the hell out of black men. So don't sit there and tell me that if you can lay down with a black woman, you love the black father, a black brother of that sister.
So much hate in your heart. Give me a hug, Quannel.
He's sleeping with a black woman. He married a black woman, so he loved black people. Many white men have slept with black women and lynched black men. Don't give me that damn lie.
Racial segregation? Why not just Americans be Americans? Why don't you get over skin color?
Be Americans.
At what point do you get past race?
Really?
Why is everything
Americans
about
be
race?
Americans?
Why not?
I look for that day.